Okay guys, so last night I checked out the pilot episode of this new show, Red Widow, and it was good. Now obviously from the title of the show, Red Widow, we get, pretty much early on when we meet the main character Marta and we meet her husband Evan, we pretty much get that Evan's not long for this world, right? Which is such a bummer because this man was completely just like gorgeous. Like he was just lovely. Lovely, lovely. So fingers crossed that, maybe at some point later on we'll find out that Evan's not really dead and that it was just all a big fake because he was absolutely gorgeous. So someone give that man his own show with that long hair because he was beautiful. But, so yeah, Marta's husband gets killed. We get that Marta comes from like kind of a family where her dad is just like not in a really good business. It seems like her dad's like involved in the Russian mob and she knows that. Her husband is involved in some not so lovely aspects of that business as well, but he's kind of like the light mobster is what I like to call him. So like he's involved in shipping some like illegal substances, but nothing like really deep as far as he's concerned. It's just pot, so it's nothing, too bad. But he's in business with his brother-in-law, which is Marta's brother, Erwin, and with another guy, a friend. And Marta's brother, Erwin, is the problem. Like, he's just like a bad seed, and so he gets them involved in something really, really deep. He basically goes and steals some drugs from this guy whose name is Schiller. And everyone is afraid of Schiller, is basically what we get in this 2-hour season premiere, is that Schiller is a bad guy, and you do not mess with him. And so once they realize, once Marta's husband Evan realizes what, his brother-in-law's done, he's like, we're all dead. We're all going to die now because of what you did, you idiot. And so, like I said, within 30-40 minutes, poor, handsome husband is dead. He gets shot in, like, the driveway of their house. And the sad part is one of their kids is there. Like, their youngest kid is standing there. So it's like Marta hears the shots in the house and she comes running out and her this kid looks like he's like 10 maybe, not even probably. And he's just standing there over his dad's like body as the dad has like been shot like several times in the chest. It was just, very traumatizing. So you get that now she knows that she's got to kind of figure out what to do. To kind of save her family. And I think that's really kind of the motivation behind her character is she's this mom who will do anything for her kids. Before her husband dies, she tells him, like, I want out of all of this. She tells him, like, I let you kind of get involved in that because I knew it was nothing serious, but I don't want to do any of it. I want to be done with it. And so they kind of start to make plans to, like, leave. Like, to take their family and to leave and to never come back. But then, of course, the husband gets killed, and so now she realizes, I gotta do something to protect my kids. And especially when she realizes that Schiller's involved, and because she's heard these stories from her dad, even her dad is, like, scared of this man. So Marta goes to Schiller, she tries to play it off and be like, look, you killed my husband. All I have is $500,000. I don't know where the drugs are that they stole. Can you just take this and leave my family alone? But the interesting thing is that Schiller's like, I didn't kill your husband. Like, why would I do that? If he stole from me, I would want to know where my product is before I, even thought of killing someone. So I didn't do that. And the thing is that I do believe him. So we'll talk about my theories about who I think killed Marta's husband later. But we get that it wasn't Schiller. But he does want his money. He either wants his money or he wants his product back. And the problem is that when Marta goes to try to find the stuff where it's supposedly hidden, it's gone. So nobody knows where it's at. So then she kind of gets roped into the business. And you get that that's going to be kind of the premise of this show. She gets roped into taking her husband's place because Schiller tells her, look, you owe me. Like, you need to repay your husband's debt. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to take care of a shipment for me. So basically, you need to go and learn the drug smuggling business, and I will call you when I'm ready for you. You need to make sure that you're ready. So her brother is in jail because of something stupid, because he's an idiot. And this other guy that helped them with the business basically teaches her. So the two of them like figure out what they're going to do because they know that they need to do this so that her family can kind of be safe. But you also get that Schiller's not going to let them go. He tells her it's just this one shipment, but I have a feeling that that is not going to be the case. Otherwise, this will be a really short series, and I'm going to doubt that that's going to happen. Now, one thing I will say is they haven't really explored it quite a lot yet, but I keep wondering what's going to happen in the relationship between her and Schiller, who is is a handsome, kind of powerful kind of man. And you get, obviously, that she's going to do anything to protect her family, but I'm just wondering if there's anything that's going to develop there, because there seems to be some eyes happening so far, so I guess we'll see about that. Oh, the other thing I'll mention too is the police have like started coming to the house and talking to Marta, and there's this one specific detective who's just kind of like, your husband was going to give me something, a flash drive. And they come to the house with a warrant and they're looking for it. Marta finds it in like the pocket of her husband's coat, but she doesn't give it to them. And eventually they're able to break into the flash drive, and they get that he was going to give this flash drive to the police, and it has, basically he was going to turn everybody in. He was turning everybody in so that he could get his family in witness protection, and that was his plan to kind of get them out. There's also a video on the flash drive to her where he tells her basically like, if you're watching this, I'm dead, one of those type of videos, and I'm sorry, and don't trust anyone is what he tells her. Okay, so now to my theory of who killed the husband, because I thought it was interesting to learn that he was going to turn everybody in, because I think that really makes everybody a suspect, really. I think Schiller, you know, the big bad guy, is one of those people that's just kind of like, he's going to tell the truth. So if he says he didn't kill him, then he didn't kill him. He's kind of like, he strikes me as the kind of like honorable bad guy. He's the guy who would tell you like, if I'm going to come kill you, I'm going to let you know that I'm coming to kill you. I'm not going to lie about it. But, you know, what would have happened if Marta's dad found out, you know, that her husband was going to turn everybody in, or one of the partners, or her brother? I think any of them could have killed him. Marta's character was really interesting as well, because you get that she is willing to do whatever it takes, and you get that she's going to kind of take a journey as a character to go from this woman who's trying to figure out what she's doing to protect her family, and what she's willing to do, you know, like what boundaries she's willing to cross in order to make sure that her kids are safe. Also, too, I think, you know, the whole title, you know, Red Widow, I think she is also on the warpath for whoever killed her husband. And I think, you know, when she finds out who that is, there's going to be consequences for that person. Yeah, you guys, I thought this show was really interesting, really, and I liked it. It was a 2-hour season premiere, and I will say that those 2 hours flew by really quickly. Like, it wasn't like I thought, when will this end? It was really good, and I was really involved and really, you know, waiting to see what was going to happen. And I definitely will be watching next week when this show comes on, for sure. If you missed the premiere, I would say watch your local listings, because I'm sure they're going to replay it, because they always do that. And even if they don't, I'm sure you can find it somewhere online. But yeah, it was definitely good, and I would definitely check it out. So that's it for me today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.